Welcome back to Cord Cutting today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting and I give you my opinion on them. Today, including the end of free over-the-air TV unless you upgrade to a new TV or an adapter for your current one. We'll tell you what's happening there that the FCC just gave approval to do. Also, Fubo and Hulu have completed their merger for Hulu Plus Live TV and Fubo. With this deal, there's a new board, a new organization, and Disney taking 70% control of Fubo. And Fubo getting a lot of cash from Disney. We'll break that down. Also, YouTube TV is adding 3 new channels ahead of its potential deadline later tonight to renew its contract with Disney or lose the channels. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First, though, if you're new here, you can always find a link to every story I talk about in the show notes and in the first pinned comments so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here and you like what we do, please consider hitting that subscribe button or hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, let's dive into it. We talked about the new FCC rule that was proposed recently that would allow over-the-air TV broadcasters for ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC, their parent owners, to shut down their current ATSC 1.0 TV signal, the one you've been using for like almost 20 years now, and switch 100% over to the new ATSC 3.0. Now with that, if you have a Roku TV, for example, none of them are compatible. Many TVs to this day still are not. They're being sold. And so you'll either have to buy a new TV that is compatible or get an upgrade box with this. The FCC has given the green light to this. Now, it's now up to the television stations to decide when they do it. And a lot of them have been pushing to do this faster than originally reported. While this may not happen today or tomorrow, I predict that we're going to start seeing reports of this faster than you would expect, that select TV stations and markets will gradually shut down their current broadcast standards. There's a whole bunch of financial reasons for them to do this. For one, they want to be able to use that spectrum. They can even, according to this one, sell unused spectrum for things like wireless internet and different services. That's a big part why local television station owners have been pushing for this so hard recently. Now, we'll keep a close eye on this, but you have a few options. Like I said, for one, you can stop using over-the-air TV, which I think is a bad idea. I get over 50 free over-the-air TV stations with my antenna. I love it. I have a tabloid DVR. I love it. There's another issue. No tabloid DVRs currently support ATSC 3.0. But with this, you're going to have to go get an adapter box. There's many out there, like the Zapper box and others out there that will allow you to get ATSC 3.0 signal through your box with that. So you can always check it out. Now, I've been pretty pleased a lot with the potentials of ATSC 3.0. Bringing 4K TV to your television, interactive features, and I think one of the biggest selling points is improved emergency alert notifications. For example, your TV could turn into an emergency alert radio. You could set it up in case of a severe tornado or flash flood in the middle of the night, that your TV would turn on and play a message warning you of severe weather, for example, with free over-the-air television. So there's really cool features there, but for the most part, a lot of those features are still theoretical. We have not been seeing a flood of 4K ATSC 3.0 signals, and interactive features on the TV have been relatively limited so far. So we'll keep an eye on this. It does bring a lot of potential, but there's a lot of issues like DRM and other issues with it that have caused issues for people and prevented some companies like tabloid DVRs from rolling out a supported device to it. We'll watch it closely, but for now, ATSC 3.0 is closer to becoming the only option you're going to have soon for an antenna, requiring you to upgrade your TV or get one of those adapter boxes like the Zapper box to make it happen. All right, next up, Fubo and Disney have closed their deal after receiving Department of Justice approval to merge the Hulu Plus Live and Fubo. Now with this, basically Fubo and Hulu Plus Live will be put into a third-party company. Fubo's executive team will run the company. Disney will take 70% control of this joint venture with it. Now, this joint venture, which will run under the Fubo name, is going to get a lot of cash from Disney. $145 million loan will be issued to Fubo to help them run. Fubo's advertising sales team will also transition to Disney's advertising ad organization. So Disney's going to take that over with it. With this. Now, both services will remain active. No immediate change of Hulu or Fubo or any of that. A few key things. There probably will be a change at some point in the future, but it literally just closed last night. It takes a little while for this all to transpire and things to change with it. Now, they kind of keep saying the same thing, which is that Fubo will be the sports-focused streaming service and Hulu will be more focused on entertainment. Big interesting point here, Hulu On Demand is separate. Fubo is taking over the live TV service. But for now, you're going to continue to be able to bundle Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Unlimited into these streaming service. And they also promise multiple tiers from smaller, lean, skinny bundles. Now, Fubo has already launched one of those to larger, more complete packages of channels, probably like what they already have. We'll be watching this closely. What does this mean? We don't know. Now, a lot of people I've seen on message boards have raised red flags. Now that Disney has Fubo and Hulu Plus Live, if they don't reach a Disney deal with YouTube TV, there's a lot of questions over that relationship now that Disney has 70% there. We'll watch this closely, but Disney's maintaining that those are separate entities, completely independent, their cable networks from things like Hulu Plus Live and now Fubo. So we'll watch it closely. If you're a subscriber, nothing changes for now. You continue to use the same apps, the same logins, the billing remains the same. This does come right after Hulu released a price hike recently in their live TV service. Last note here, Fubo will be announcing its earnings on Monday. I'll be watching that closely to see what they're announcing. The phone call should be very interesting. Let's keep moving along. YouTube TV added 3 new channels, this time from Bloomberg. Some of these have been around for a while in many different ways, but you're going to get Bloomberg's new TV Plus and their 4K version if you have the 4K one with it. And Bloomberg Originals is a separate channel with it. So 3 new channels. One of them will require a 4K add-on to get. But you're getting Bloomberg content now streaming through YouTube TV. This all comes as YouTube TV has until tonight to renew its deal with Disney. 11:59 p.m. Eastern is the deadline. Now, we've seen this a couple times recently. Multiple deals have gone down to the wire only for YouTube TV and their partners to announce short-term extensions and always resulting in a deal reached. Now, the last time YouTube TV and Disney had a fight like this, Disney channels went dark on YouTube for about 24 hours on a crazy football Saturday for college football. So not a big surprise there if that would happen here. I would not be surprised at all if there is a blackout, but a deal is going to happen. The question is what? A lot of the issues here with this has to do with ESPN Unlimited. While YouTube TV includes all the ESPN channels are included in ESPN Unlimited, there is some content they don't offer. The WWE content, some original content exclusive to ESPN Unlimited, and YouTube or TV is pushing back reportedly on the price that Disney wants them to pay to bundle that in. We'll watch this closely and watch what happens, but YouTube TV's deadline is tonight, 11:59 p.m. Eastern on October 30th. If you're watching this later, make sure to watch CoreCuttersNews.com, our Facebook, X, and more. We'll have full coverage as soon as we hear something happening. All right, and lastly with YouTube, before we get into the other news stories, YouTube, the actual YouTube service, not YouTube TV, is updating some new features, including a new AI. For some time now, they've taken AI for lower quality standard def content, moving it to HD. Now they have a new AI that's going to take the HD content and upgrade it to 4K automatically. They've been experimenting some of this with shorts and different things, but now that's going widely spread out. You can opt out of that apparently with it. Now, one of the things I'm really excited about is YouTube thumbnails. I know a lot of people aren't going to care about this, but as a creator, I care a lot. Now, there's been a weirdly low cap of 2 megabytes file size for a image, which makes us create some low quality images here for our thumbnails. Well, they're jumping that up to 50 now, which allow you to put 4K thumbnails up, which means that when you watch those thumbnails, look at them on TVs and larger devices, they're going to start looking decent. That's a big one. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to put an image as a thumbnail and got a message, file too large, and you got to go convert it down to a smaller one. As a creator, I care about that. But you also see other things, a TV-like hub on your smart TV, different changes to the app interfaces. We already seen the player app look different. But YouTube, I think the biggest thing here is the 4K upgrade using AI from file formats that are just HD, making them 4K. As people watch TV or YouTube more and more on TV, that's a big selling point. All right, Tubi, the free ad-supported streaming service, is releases new slate of original contents. Now, they announced a partnership with a bunch of YouTubers and other content creators to create content exclusively for Tubi, and now they've struck a deal with a bunch of places like DC Young Fly and more. I'm not even going to try to pronounce a bunch of these, to bring the first set of these original content exclusively to Tubi. We'll be watching it closely. But you can find them out more in the story in the show notes down below. Hey, we talked about it this week that Amazon was going to lay off 30,000 employees. Now, that number still may be reached, but according to the Wrap, the original timeline on this ended up being about 14,000. Still a lot of people being laid off. Now, if the full 30,000 gets laid off, that's about 4% of all Amazon employees with that. Now, a few particular departments got hit hard. Amazon's video game department, several studio locations were apparently shut down, and their massive online multiplayer game, was it New Worlds or whatever it's called, was basically decimated. With this, it's still going to run, but no new massive updates, no new special events with it. And they only really promise to keep it running through next year, but many speculate that it will continue past that, but just with a skeleton crew making sure it still works. There was a massive new Lord of the Rings video game that Amazon was developing. Unknown at the time of this recording what that means for that, but we'll watch it closely. But for now, big changes coming to Amazon. I suspect that we're going to continue to see layoffs going forward. We've also seen MGM get hit. They're one of their largest talent recruiters has been let go, and other MGM employees apparently also got the axe. And I suspect we'll see the remaining 30,000 over the next few months get cut. All right, next up, Doctor Who fans, some news. The show will continue, but it won't continue on Disney+. Now, the BBC has announced that they are very thankful for the partnership with Disney+, but they have not renewed that contract. They stopped short of announcing a new streaming partner for Doctor Who, wildly popular show even to this day. It's been a while. I've kind of got out of it. I've been so busy with kids and life, but I've been a big Doctor Who fan for many, many years. Unknown at this time where it will stream in the US or around the world in the future. We'll watch it closely, but Disney Plus losing one of its big flagship shows that wasn't an actual Disney program, and that's with Doctor Who leaving there. Also, before we get into some other stories, Netflix is introducing real-time voting. Now, Netflix is going to start having some reality programs where you, the viewer, can vote on the contestants in real time for a variety of things. This will be live reality shows streamed through Netflix that will use viewer voting to decide what happens next, who wins, and all kinds of other things. Coming as Netflix continues to lean into more and more live reality shows, live sports, and more. You can see this being used in a wide range of ways going forward. All right, we talk about AI a lot, but who owns it? OpenAI, one of the largest providers of AI services, is now 27% owned as the company shifts from a non-profit to a for-profit model. This has upset many donors who have sued because they invested donations into OpenAI just for the company now to switch from a non-profit to a for-profit company. But Microsoft jumping in, grabbing up 27% of the popular OpenAI architect there. If you use Windows 11 and you're having some computer problems, also Microsoft is making some improvements. For many years, one of the best ways to stream content was connect the computer to your TV. I did that a lot. Not as big as it used to be, but still is. Well, now Windows 11 is launching new diagnostic tools to check RAM and other issues on your computer to give you a better idea why your computer is not working properly. I had this a couple years ago. One day the computer just went off. And then you're playing, is it the power supply? Is it the motherboard? Is it the processor? Is some RAM bad? You know, and apparently Windows 11 is going to be having a diagnostic tool that will at least help you get a rough idea of what's happening to help you point in the right direction to repair it. This comes as increasingly computers are becoming something that people are holding on to longer, not upgrading as often. Same with phones with it. And speaking of AI, in our last story of the day from NBC News, I thought this one was interesting. A new bill would ban AI chatbot companies for minors. AI is becoming a big issue. You know, I've talked about that repeatedly. There's a new bill banning minors from AI chatbots. I'm not sure that's the right answer here. It's kind of like the internet. You know, once the genie got out of the bottle with the internet, you know, kids had to learn how to use it. AI is going to be the same thing. We really do need to be training kids, but we need to be training kids responsibly and putting safeguards on AI to make sure we're using it appropriately. We'll watch this closely, but I don't think this is going to be the last attempt to ban AI for youth. I think it's probably more smart to look at training kids and putting safeguards on them rather than trying to ban all kids from it. Watch it closely. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.